Welcome back to Bev Turner Today. Thank you for joining us. Let me introduce my panel to you. If you've only just joined us, where have you been? Emma Webb is here, UK Director at the Common Sense Society, and former Labour MP Stephen Pound. Right, retirement age rises to 68 by the end of the 2030s. That's about 10 years away. For you, Stephen, isn't it? 68?
Well, no, parts of my body are considerably older than that. But, yeah.
What do you make of this story? Common sense?
No. In many ways, it's a reflection of reality. The good book says you've got 3 score years and 10. Well, that means I'm dead, or certainly past it. But the reality is, people are working. It's also a different. I mean, one of the problems with the National Health Service, it was predicated on people, leaving school at 15, working till they were 65, and then dying when they were 75. People are working longer, partly because of health, partly because of medical improvement, partly because it's a different way of working. But there are so many jobs which are manual, still physical manual jobs. And I weep for those people.
Yeah.
You cannot expect someone to be carrying a hod full of bricks in their 70s. Yeah. But you can expect someone to be sitting at a computer then. So we're really, talk about levelling up, we're levelling down here and dividing. But it's got real implications for you youngsters. As for me, I can just sit on the sidelines and say, I've got my bus pass.
Yeah. Well, last time you were here, Emma, we established that you're not saving for a pension because you're spending too much on takeaways.
Now, that was an accusation that was not established.
I think you said, I feel seen. So what do you make of this? Because does it just feel like just ages away, not something you have to worry about?
No, because I think, as is true of most people, you have older people in your family that you care very much about, and I think that that's a really important point, which is the assumption, partly because the sorts of people who make policies are the sorts of people who work desk jobs, is that most people will be able to work until they are advanced in age. But actually, the truth is that there are a lot of people around the country who are not working jobs that you could do into old age, with health problems and all of the things that come with that. I think that the government think that this is a quick fix because they can get quite literally billions from making just such a small change, or what seems like a very small change. I think to some degree it's probably a slippery slope, because once you do get that quick fix, we'll just push it back by another year. We do expect that the population is living longer, and so that seems to be justifiable. The assumption is that people will be healthier until much older ages. And I know that there are a lot of young people who do make a good case that the younger part of our population are really bearing the burden of our top-heavy society, top-heavy population, with so many older people, but our birth rates are so low, so we have this sort of triangle system that doesn't make any sense. We'll keep having to import people in order to try and pay for everybody else's pensions. I understand that there are some people that feel hard done by and think that making changes to the benefits that older people get could be some kind of quick fix, but I don't think that this is particularly fair on a population that the reason why we have retirement is because old age is what old age is, and it's difficult to support.
Remember the WASPy women?
The retirement, the concept of retirement has become almost outdated, though, hasn't it?
Oh, very much
68 is no age, is it? That's 68 is what used to be 78 in a way. We are all healthier, living longer.
Well, I always like to wake up in the morning and thinking, do you know, I'm still younger than Mick Jagger. And look at it. But you remember the WASPy women? Do you remember when the government decided that they'd had equalised at the age of retirement for men and women? Eminently sensible, very, very logical, should have happened years ago. It took 15 years to bring in, and even then a lot of the women who were impacted by that were absolutely furious, and they lost out because women had actually opted out of paying national insurance contributions, which you could do. It's a very, I have to say,
maybe that's why I haven't been thinking about my pension. It's not because I'm young, it's because I'm a woman.
Have you opted out?
I think I might have done. I'm not sure.
I don't know. I mean, but that's it, isn't it? We need to forward plan, particularly women, I think.